Blessed brothers and sisters, Alpha Kuabo. Give me my mic. Peace and blessed brothers and sisters, Alpha Kuabo, aka Show here at Radio Diamond, every single week, bringing to you the best of ourselves, bringing to you knowledge, bringing to you unity, bringing to you that black on black love. So stay tuned. We're going to be having a powerful show today. As we promised, we're going to be having a powerful, extremely powerful show today because we're going to be, today is about the family. It's about the younger generation. So we're not going to waste much of your time. That's, as you notice, so each and every week that we step into the Radio Diamond, Radio TV Diamond, it's about connecting the 54 states of Africa, plus Jamaica, plus United States, plus the continent of Europe, plus brothers and sisters, African kings and queens all over the world. So today's show, you probably saw the intro, just to emphasize, today's show, it's about this one that you can see in your screen. This is today's show. I want you to promote. I want you to tell your friends, tell your brothers and sisters. I want you to tell everybody. But I'm going to be playing this quick video. I'm going to be playing this quick video just so you understand the show today. We're going to be playing this quick video of our brother. As you notice, our brother now is belong to our ancestors. So we're going to be playing this video just so you know, just so you see the show today. So I want everybody to tune in on this one. So we're going to be playing this one today. Check this show today. There we go.
Our young generation is clearly lost, man. Clearly lost, man. Like, I don't even know what to say no more, man. Like, you youngsters just going around, just busting guns in crowds, kids getting killed. One day it's gonna be you and God. You going up or you going down. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be it. My heart hurt.
Floyd was my brother, man. We called each other twin, bro. My brother only was out there in Minnesota. He was changing his life. He went to Minnesota. He was driving trucks.
Oh, he would tell his friends, like, come up to Minnesota, man. You can do it here. Like, you can get a job and you can start fresh, and this is the place to do it.
As you can see, I don't want to. We don't want to play the image. We're going to be bringing up our guests. We're going to be bringing our guests now. Yes. So we got our guest in the house now. So we're not going to waste much of your time, brothers and sisters. So we got our guest right there, right here in our studio, virtually. So that's why we say no. We can't just have this conversation without having our guests. So, brother Elijah, one more time, it's cutting your head. So I need you to.
It's still cutting my head. Oh man!
Just lift your device up. That's all. So, brothers and sisters, I want you to share this message. So we having our guests. They introduce themselves. They will introduce themselves. But I want you to share this message, my brothers and sisters. So we live everywhere. We live on Facebook. We live on Radio Diamond platform. So, and we live to you as well. So, first of all, let me begin. Let me go into the continent. Tell us who you are and what you're doing for the family, brother in the continent.
Yeah, my name is NARO BAWA. I'm a fashion designer, activist, and Pan-Africanist.
Wow. So,
Yeah.
Tell us where you are right now in the continent, and
I'm in Ghana, and I'm in a place called Ebri, just like I'm 25 minutes from the capital. I live in the country, in the mountains. I love nature, so yeah.
Wow.
That's where I am. Yeah.
Going to the UK, who we talking to?
JACKLINE WAZIRI. Hello, Brother Alpha. My name is JACKLINE WAZIRI, and I am a UK-based poet, spoken word artist, community advocate, and Africa for You Youth Ambassador from Tanzania.
Wow. So then, Brother Elijah, you there? So we need Brother Elijah as well. So, brothers and sisters, one more time, share this message. He's definitely going to be on. He's just tweaking his phone. Great. Brother Elijah, I need your camera. Your sound. Okay, don't you touch anything anymore. Okay, just step back. Okay, good. Don't you touch.
Is my head good?
Good. Don't you touch anything anymore. That's okay. That's okay.
Am I in the screen? Am I good?
Yes, everything's okay. Please introduce yourself to the family. Tell us who you are and what you're doing for the family.
Peace, family. My name is Elijah Divine. We are all divine by design. I'm coming out of Maryland, aka the deep area of the United States. I'm a social activist. I'm a minister, as well as I'm a brother that likes to do motivational speaking and empowerment of our people.
So start with you, Brother Elijah. Hold on. Start with you, Brother Elijah. Tell us this. Tell us this. Are you in DC area, right? Are you watching DC right now, right?
Yes, sir. Right now I'm in Virginia, but I'm right down the street from DC. I'm heading there right after this.
Okay. So please tell us the situation in DC right now, my brother. How's the situation?
Right now, DC is we've been protesting for the last 5 to 6 days. Literally civil unrest where our people are tired. They're sick and tired. They're marching. They're building up. Literally, it's a lot going on where we're tired. We're tired. George Floyd got murdered. Another innocent black man got murdered in police hands. The blood of a black brother is on the hands of the police. So in DC, many people from all over are traveling, coming here to take a stand, to walk to the White House, to let Donald Trump know, like, man, look, this ain't it, and this can't be it, and we need a change.
Wow. So obviously talking about the current situation now, because Donald Trump came with that boldly message saying that he's going to be deploy the U.S. military. How's the situation in terms of the police violence over there towards our people?
So nationwide, we have videos surfacing all around the different states about police brutality and officers not knowing how to handle themselves and take care of themselves, being belligerent. Specifically in DC, however, we have federal officers, which is a little bit different. So we do have the National Guard that has a presence in DC. I saw them yesterday and I was around them yesterday. And when you're involving the military and National Guard, That is a different type of policing because they don't follow the same guidelines as your federal or state officer.
Wow. Real quick, go to the continent in Ghana. Brother Naro, tell us the situation in Ghana. How's people reacting about this situation? The human rights abuse.
Ghana and Africa is quiet. This is a street. I was just telling my brothers earlier on that I'm seeing all the demonstrations across the world, even in Syria, war-torn Syria, but the continent Ghana itself is quiet. The only thing I heard was our president issuing a statement after a week. And we were supposed to be on the forefront with our brothers and sisters out there. This is the continent, this is Africa, this is where they came from. And this is their home. It's like me watching sitting down and laughing, and my neighbor is being tortured to death. And I'm not showing any concern. So in Africa and Ghana, it's really sad. Everybody's quiet. I don't know whether people are scared. We those that are speaking out, our voices are not being heard. That's the sad truth.
Wow. So moving to the UK, Queen Jacqueline, tell us the situation here in the UK. How's people reacting of this human rights abuse that's been happening in the United States? How you seeing the situation here in the UK?
Yes, the UK has also felt it because we're not too far behind United States in police brutality. So we are very aware of it. So we are all here protesting. There's many people going to the city, in small towns, in the borough. Everyone is protesting and feeling the pain that the US and that from the loss of our brother, we definitely can feel it, and it's in the air. It's definitely in the air. We're traumatized. We're having sleepless nights because what we saw, it was too intense this time, and it's definitely here in the UK. We are right behind US.
Oh, wow. So we're gonna go back to you, Jacqueline. Go to DC, Washington DC. Brother Elijah, take us through when you saw that terrible image. We don't even want to play that image. I was planning to play, but I'm not going to play that image anymore. So take us through when you saw that image, that terrible image, that devil, the way he's suffocating our brother. So what came to your mind, my brother Elijah?
Upon seeing that imagery, I realized that I was numb. I was numb to the fact that this has happened far too often. The imagery looked far too familiar. It's almost as if I was watching something that I've seen before, and it's almost like a bad rerun, almost like a nightmare replaying in your mind. You know, you hear so many different names get called consistently to where you can't even keep up with the hashtags and how many names have been called. So when you look at that type of stuff, when you hear that type of stuff going on, it's like you become numb. You're just looking at it and like, oh my gosh, I've become desensitized to the killing of my own people. And it's almost like you don't flinch until you have to pinch yourself and say, look, kid, this is real. Look, black man, this is real. Look, sister, look, human being, this is really going on in front of you.
Wow. So obviously, as over there, we've seen the way the young people came out. So take us through the mindset of you over there, because you're the warrior. You're not afraid to put boots on the ground. Take us through the mindset of our young brothers and sisters over there right now, brother Elijah.
So like I said earlier, the people are tired, right? We're tired because we're tired of saying hands up, don't shoot. We're tired of saying we're not a threat. We're tired of doing all these different things. So now it's at the point of the youth saying we have to do something, whether that means structural or in strategic action, or action that involves rioting, action that involves controlled chaos, things that literally get your attention. Like, look, I'm tired of telling you that I'm tired, so now I'm going to show you where I'm at. And many of our people have been doing that. They've been setting fire to police. They've been setting fire to police cars. They've been looting stores. They've been setting fire to trash cans. They've been doing peaceful protests. They've been spray painting the walls. It's at a
I'm on
point
a
where
call.
go ahead. It's at a point where we're realizing,
Yeah.
like, man, you get sick and tired of telling somebody that you're tired. Now you have to show them how far you're willing to go for the that you want to get.
Wow. Go to the UK. Queen Jacqueline, obviously, you were born in Tanzania, living in the UK for a long time. Seeing the situation happen with our brothers in the United States, do you reckon it is about time to create the united force worldwide? Because what they're going through is, to some extent, there's so many of us brothers and sisters in the UK that feel the same way. The police brutality, not as much as in the United States, but do you reckon it's about time to really build a worldwide connection just between you as the youth?
100%. It's right now. I believe it's the right time, and unfortunately, our brother's life has kind of opened more eyes to show us that it's time for us, all black people everywhere in the US, Caribbean, UK, everywhere. We all just need to connect, speak, and return, and find a way to just return back home in some sort of way, because each day we're reminded that we don't belong in. They show us that we don't belong there. So we need to find a way to literally pick each other up, hold each other, and take ourselves back to where we belong. And that's the only way that we will stop all this police brutality. We will stop seeing our brothers being murdered, our sisters being mistreated, and going through too much pain.
So as a mother, I just want you to go back a little bit because it's cutting your hair. Yes, as a mother. So take us through when you saw that terrible image. As a mother, what do you feel?
Wow. We have no words, Brother Alpha. It's literally, I have no words. We've been having nightmares, you know. We've been sleep deprived. We've watched. It's too painful. We watched our own son, basically, our son's life being, his breath taken away from him. What else? I don't know how to explain it. We were mortified. It's a pain that we just don't want to see anymore in our sons, in any of our children. We want to. It's crazy.
Wow, I can imagine. Okay, so go to the continent, brother Barrow. You talked about the leadership. You've been. I know when we did the interview couple of months ago, you were emphasizing the leadership, because seems like what do you feel about, because it is about time for the African presidents all came condemning, but seems like they're blind, they deaf, they know what's going on. I don't know if they're afraid of the United States government, but seems like nobody really wanna come boldly condemn. What is your take about it, brother?
It's a giant on its knees, and that's why Africa is now. Lack of leadership. Our leaders are not bold enough. The last one standing was Mugabe. He's gone. The rest are just puppets. And it's up to we to lead the youth. That put our leaders as activists. We have to push pressure on them, because the AU actually was forced to issue a statement because of social media. A lot of people said, "Where's AU? What has happened to the AU?" Was forced to issue a statement. I'm in Ghana. Our president, people started questioning. Maybe it was the Rastafari Council of Ghana who started asking, "What's the president? Why wouldn't the president issue a statement?" It took our president the whole week to actually issue a statement. It's that they don't really care about what is happening. And these are brothers and sisters. When I saw George Floyd, he doesn't. I don't like. Our skin color is the same. Like wherever he is, and these are people who are encouraged to actually come back. Before they come back to Africa, at least their pain should be our pain. Their sleepless night should be our sleepless night. And we as youth, our leaders are not living up to the expectation because of economic reasons. Maybe they're going to get, everybody's scared of Trump, what he's going to do to their country and everything because of aid and everything. Right? So our leaders are not voicing now. So until we rise up as citizens, just like we did through hashtag and Twitter and everything, going on radio and talking about the president have to issue a statement. Even the statement itself wasn't actually thought, it was like court cutting it. So Africa, I'm really pissed when I saw the image. We have police brutality here, but because I think Africa, one of our problems is we feel like, oh, we are in Africa, our brothers and sisters, because it's not happening to us. Even when our leaders are oppressing, we don't really care about them. And you have to start from here. I mean, it's like me welcoming someone into my home. I don't care about you. Whatever is happening to our own care, and that's what I see. That's what is happening actually right now in terms of what is happening over there. Because it's like African leaders don't care. We those that really are raising our voices are not being heard. The police, CID issued a statement 2 days ago that anybody that dare to go out and protest is going to unleash the police on you. And we seem to have that fear in us as Ghanaians. Who cares? It's about letting our voice heard. If someone in war-torn Syria is protesting and having graffiti of George Floyd, and I'm in Africa, and I can't even rise up and support my brother who is being hurt, who's been killed, who's been murdered in a broad daylight, it's really sad. And it's going to take a whole, I don't know what's going to take the youth today to actually support that revolution, because our leaders don't care because of what they are going to get from the West. Aid, loans, and stuff, giving up big contractors. That's what they are saying. That's not going to bring us back life. Your economy can be mashed up today, but tomorrow you can bring back, as our president even said some time ago, you can bring back the economy, but you can't bring back life. So instead of just thinking about the collective interest of Africa and the black solidarity in terms of reaching out to our brothers and sisters who have been oppressed in the West, so they are thinking about themselves and the country and the economy. Wow. And the Pan-African movement and the civil rights actually started, and some of them were inspired by Gavin. These are people who are fighting for others before they were inspired. So what happened today that our leaders are sitting and watching, and listen to me. You think it's them today, tomorrow they'll turn the same oppression back to Africa. Absolutely. And that's where you're going to face whatever is going on, because it's really sad. Africans are quiet, leadership are quiet, the AU is quiet, their statement is even kind of being economical with it. And you don't even see individual African leaders actually coming out boldly to talk about this.
Wow. So, Sister Jacqueline, I just want you to stay steady with your phone, with your device, okay? Because it seems to sleep all the time. So go to Brother Elijah. So, what do you see now? The relation moving forward, the relationship between the young blacks, Africans, and the police. It's going to get even worse, in your opinion, Brother Elijah.
It's going to be worse because we are not in a space where we feel safe and secure in our own communities. So if you can't police my community, I'm gonna get you up out of there. I'm gonna get you together. That's some DMV slang for you. When you get somebody together, that means you about to put the paws on them, you about to put the hands on them, you about to let them know, like, bro, I ain't going with that. All right, and with that being said, we have to start acknowledging a certain mental space that our people have been in for, like I said, the past 400 years. You can even go back to the past 60 years when you talk about the civil rights movement and the fact that our people have so much been pacified for so long that you're tired of getting spoon-fed all these different little crumbs when you want the whole piece of the pie. So all in all, we're looking for people to police our communities that are not people that don't look like us. We're not trying to have people that don't look like us police our community. We don't want to have people in our communities that don't understand our issues, our plight, and our struggle. And at the biggest center of it all, we need you to have a mental space where you can actually function to either have a relationship with us in the first place. If me as a black man go into a store and be profiled just for the color of my skin, and I have to go through mental health, you know, and therapy, things of that nature, just for the trauma that I see as a black man in America in general, then you as an officer seeing your high risk job every single day need to go through some type of mental health screening consistently. That way you can actually come to my community with a sound mind and sound judgment versus coming to my community on a high, you know, on a high tension, high risk situation.
So what is your thoughts about the police escalate this even more? Because as we've seen so many videos, obviously the video actually most of this video stated the police actually start smashing windows and burning down shops. What is your take about it, brother Elijah?
Well, for one, it's called you know, calculated chaos. The type of chaos that is engineered and intentional in order to incite more violence. Another thing is that since for 4 months, you know, the whole world has been sitting still, a lot of these stores have not been making money. So if we allow them to destroy it, the insurance money will come in, and that way that and that area will be able to actually make its money back without even needing to be present. So I think a lot of these things, George Floyd was the catalyst to shake up the world. Don't get me wrong, he was. But I think a lot of the things behind it has been very intentional in order to get whatever you can out of it, whatever benefit that you see fit. So officers being involved in the vandalization is literally there to create more chaos, to create more uproar. Here's a fine example, right? This is exactly what I mean. Last night, when I was I was at the White House and was doing a rally. I was standing directly in front of the police line that had the riot shields, the riot gear, and they had the National Guard standing behind them, right? We had a whole community of people on my side that were protesters. Had some really young youth. They looked like they was like 16, 17. Then we had older people. We had white people, black people, Spanish. You name the race, it was there. This is one of their fear tactics that the military was doing to get a reason and a rouse out of us. And I had to tell the young boys, don't react. When we was talking for a while, the officers would say this. They literally said, hey, shield. They ordered everybody to pick up the shield. And in one single order, they all picked up their shields as if they was going to advance on us. Everybody the whole crowd braced for impact. And I saw that the young boys were getting ready to throw water bottles and throw stuff at the officers. I had to tell them, look, don't fall for that. That's what they're trying to do. They want you to throw the first punch so they can have an excuse to retaliate. I said, wait to see what's about to happen. Don't throw that bottle. Hold on. Sure enough, nobody did anything. They put the shields back down and they went back into resting position. So these are the little mind games that happen in acts of war, where they think very strategically to see if they can get a rouse out of you emotionally to make you respond barbarically in order to get you in a situation where they can justify their means.
Wow.
So with that being said, we have to be more strategic in our response, in our movement.
Wow. So go to Queen Jacqueline. So talking about the young youth, the young blacks, African black all over the world. What is your role in this fight? Because I've seen you're very active in the social networking. Do you reckon it's like awakening now? Like literally the young girls, the young queens, totally awakened now to the point that they're not even care about no so-called leadership anymore, so-called community leaders anymore. Do you reckon you feel like now I'm my own leader. So I know what's going on. I'm not going to wait for nobody to tell me anything. I'm going to do it myself. What is your take?
So what I do is I speak to many youths, and especially now with what's going on, it's definitely opened so many eyes, and the youths are hungry. They are hungry for their own belonging, their own education. They want to be. They're tired of being taught something of just a standstill. They want something now to show them where they can go, where they are from. They want their belongings. The death of Brother George Floyd has definitely been, I believe, the last call for us to be free. So I believe it's the last call for us for freedom, because this has sparked worldwide, and it's sparked worldwide now. There's been many cases of the same similar situation, but this one, speaking to the youths that I speak to, they believe that it's the last call. He was the last call, so his death was not in vain, and it's time for conversations, serious conversations between youths. Leaders, our leaders have, I don't know what planet they're on, but the youths are really hungry to definitely walk the walk, no matter what comes their way, because they are deeply hungry for their self-belonging and their truth. So, yeah, unfortunately, the death has definitely brought eye-opening to our Black sisters and brothers worldwide.
Wow. So before we go back to Brother Elijah, so go to Ghana, Brother Naro.
Yeah.
So talking about do you reckon now the youth literally, they're not waiting for no leaders anymore? They're just like doing their own thing? Because even in Nigeria, because Nigeria, I spoke to so many youth in Nigeria, in Angola. What is your take in Ghana? So do you reckon the youth is
about
taking
time,
matters in their own end?
We are also, it's about time. I belong to the Humanist Association of Ghana, and we will be sending a letter actually to the U.S. Embassy one day. They wrote a letter in support of George Floyd and what is going on in the U.S. And we are sending a letter to the the president office, to allow us to actually go on the street, demonstrate. Because now they put restriction because of the coronavirus here, but at least we want to go on the street and demonstrate and show our brothers and sisters our solidarity and love from here. And we are trying to talk to a couple of youth around to come on board. We are talking to a couple of organizations who are also activists, at least just to put a couple of groups on board and do a couple of demonstrations and write official letter to those in authority to make our voices heard. Our leaders are disappointed about. They were you too, like today. So we have to change our course and stand out, and defend ourselves, and defend what is happening in the U.S. in support of our brothers and sisters over there. So this is what we are doing on our part, even though some of them don't want to come on board. But hey, you can't get anybody to come on board. Even if we're 700 people, 20 people to sign the petition we are sending, at least it's a good start. And I think it comes down to education. It's all about education and raising the awareness of Black consciousness within the youth in Africa, in Ghana in particular. Let's know that our brothers have been affected. Whatever is happening in the U.S. is also part of our problem. Because these people came from, during the year of return, everybody was so excited of having our brothers and sisters here. So why should I be excited with receiving my brother and sister, and the same person is being killed and I'm quiet? So so we are still talking to a couple of people.
You're okay, Jacqueline, don't touch anymore. Jacqueline, you're absolutely okay. Okay, good. So you've been touching your device for so long. You're okay. Don't touch anything.
Sorry, stopping, Brother Alpha. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, then the AU, we also still want to send a letter to the AU. There are commissioners in Ghana here. All the important places. Before we be able to hit the street, it's not late, at least, but we can still raise our awareness, because I've not seen everything. I stand to be corrected. I have not seen any other African country actually rising up in support of what is happening in the rest of the world. Anyone of you can correct me if you've seen anything like that happen in Africa. It's very shameful.
Wow.
It's very shameful.
Absolutely, my brother. So we gotta because remember, this show, the beauty about this show is the ability to connect the continents. So we having a brother in Jamaica right now. He's also part of the panel. Please, brother in Jamaica, tell us who you are and what you're doing for the family, my brother.
Okay, hello. My name is Michael Holgate. I'm the artistic director of the Ashes Company. It's a performing arts company in Jamaica that does social work around various social issues. And I'm also the head of the Philip Sherlock Center for the Creative Arts at the University of the West Indies.
Wow.
I'm on the Reparations Council, and what I do is I lend my creativity to projects around reparations, reparatory justice, around Black identity, consciousness. We did a production called Trial of Governor Eyre, where we put Governor Eyre on trial for the crimes against humanity, the crimes against people for what he did in Morant Bay. That was written by another council member from the National Council on Reparations in Jamaica, Bert Samuel. He's a lawyer, and he wrote it, and we did it trial for him. So we tried Eyre. We put him on trial. I directed it. I'm also the writer of a production called Garvey the Musical, looking at the life of Marcus Garvey.
Okay. Real quick before we go to the United States, what is the situation in Jamaica regarding the human rights abuse in the United States, and obviously the murder of the killing of our brother Floyd? How's the society reacting over there, brother? Real quick.
Well, the reaction in Jamaica is, it's big. It's a real big deal for us. We're glad that it's coming out in this way because we've seen it happen over and over again. We've heard it from our Black brothers and sisters in the United States, and in fact, there's going to be a march sometime, I think, on Saturday. That's going to begin at the U.S. Embassy.
Wow. So talking about the community, the leadership over there. Do you see any standing, any messages towards in solidarity with our brothers over there in the United States?
Sorry, do I see any messages that what?
Do you see any message from the leadership towards the situation in the United States?
No, I don't think that. Well, I'm not so sure that the real courage is there to say what needs to be said in order to get things done. There's a statement, we have a thing in Jamaica where we say if America sneezes, Jamaica catches a cold. We don't say it like that. We say if America sneezes, Jamaica catch cold. But what we're really saying is that we, in many ways, we rely heavily on the United States for various things, And so we're so in such close proximity to the United States that people feel it's more important to be cautious in dealing with the United States. But we also know that it's not everybody in the States, but it's just that we need to be more conscious of how we relate and what we say. And importantly, for me, on my part, I believe that Jamaicans also need to look at the legacies of slavery and how we as Black people also treat with Black people around Black identity issues and consciousness issues, and how we think about things like reparatory justice.
Wow. So go to the United States, brother Elijah, because we got about.
Before you come to me, I have to go real quick. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. So you can go. So we're still online. So go to Queen Jacqueline. Go to Queen Jacqueline here in the UK. So obviously we've seen the movement standing. Everybody really talking, condemning, bold and clear. So do you reckon now it is really about time for us to gather ourselves, to begin to also pay attention to the African continent, because a lot of our brothers and sisters in the United States, they're beginning to be fed up with the system, and they really wanted to go back to the continent. Do you reckon the youth, the society, are ready to welcome them?
Yes. Alpha, the youth, as I said before, the youth are really, they're tired and fed up of not belonging. They're
No,
fed up of,
I'm talking about the youth in the continent. As the
yeah.
youth in the continent, the society, are ready to receive, to welcome our brothers and sisters from the United States.
They have to be ready. They need to have their arms open, ready for us, because we're going through hell. We're being treated like less than animals here. They need to be. They need to literally have. They need to. The youth, the leaders. They need to be ready for us. They need to be preparing something for us to return back home. We are tired of being mistreated here and feeling like we don't belong. So yes, they need to be ready consciously and have the continent ready for us.
Wow. So before we go to Ghana real quick, I just want to go back to Jamaica. Brother, which city are you in? You are in Jamaica, my brother?
I'm in Kingston.
Oh, you're in Kingston. So obviously, what is your take about the unity, the African unity now? Because we understand it is about time for us to sympathize with our struggle. Do you reckon we've been conscious enough to embrace each other's pain? Because we've know the situation in Jamaica, also the way the Chinese are taking over Jamaica, the human rights abuse towards our people in China. Now this situation in the United States. Do you reckon we've been conscious enough about our pain to the point that it is to connect us all and then just so we can unite?
Okay, so I believe that there is enough consciousness. I just don't know if there is a leader yet. And what is needed is a movement, and a movement needs a leader. And maybe not one leader, but many leaders, but at least a movement that can show that there's this person with enough courage to step out and lead the charge. You know, Marcus Garvey was talking about black unity, black pride, economic self-sufficiency from over a century ago, right? And that was leadership that galvanized nations. It galvanized the African diaspora. We need something of that type now, because even with this situation, what has happened, it can peter out and become just as it was before. It can peter out and become almost nothing again.
Wow. The same question to brother. The same question go to brother Barrow in Ghana. Do you reckon it really about time for us to really now unite and begin to really sympathize with each other's pain to the point that we have to create that bonds, that unity worldwide? What is your take on it, Brother Barrow in Ghana?
Yeah, it's about time. It's about time we stop the slogan and actually put our actions into work, because it's about time Africans in Africa stop seeing our sisters, our brothers and sisters as money making machines when they visit the continent. I saw that during the year return. So it goes back to education, the black conscious awareness, the Pan-Africanism that our forebears fed, the Nkrumah then fought, the Mugabe then fought. That's what Africa need. And I told my brother and sister that it will take our brothers and sisters in the West to actually spark that revolution back in the continent. See, but it's all brought into education. We're also doing our own little way, educationally talking to individual groups, youth who are coming up, especially, let me tell you something. To actually get the youth to rally behind you, you have to deal with those two political parties in Ghana here. Because they control the majority of the youth. Those youth are blind to the extent that they don't even care about what is happening in the West or when it comes to Pan-Africanism. So it's about time. By all, have to start with education. Holding town hall meetings, going to schools, senior high schools, university campuses, and interacting with the students. Raise the awareness. It's time for us to actually do something in Africa, just like the brother in Jamaica said. Because they have let their light. And it actually paved the way for our independence in Africa. So it's up to us for us to start raising the next Marcus Garvey, the next Nkrumah, Lumumba, mention all our Pan-African leaders who fought for independence. But to take our brothers and sisters to help us to get there because of the original mindset, because of what our mindset is right now as youth in the continent.
Wow.
So it's a sad situation, but hey, you have to say the truth.
Wow. So before brother Michael, are you still there, right?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, great. So you stay there, bro. Can you hear what our guest saying?
It was a little bit muffled, but I heard him speak about the Pan-Africanist movement,
yes,
including Marcus Garvey, etc.
Yeah. So we get that on Marcus Garvey, because that's why we need to ask you this question as well. So but go to Brother Elijah. Brother Elijah, the situation over there, obviously, in the United, are you there on the ground? So you saying you are preparing another march. Well, tell us what's going on. What you're planning over there, brother?
Tomorrow we'll be doing and committing to the march calling for 1 million people. And this march will be down at the Capitol. We'll be setting up at the Capitol and potentially marching to the White House. Now, this specific march and demonstration will be specifically calling for police reform, as well as some topics regarding prison reform and things of that nature. But specifically, we're focusing on the reforming of our police so that we have specific talking points, specific things where we can have tangible evidence showing that there will be a change in the judiciary system.
So you doing this by out? But is a movement motivated by yourself as a youth, or you have a leadership behind orchestrate everything?
So it's a leadership orchestrating everything. I'm the millennial director for the movement of Black Power. I'm the millennial director for the movement of Black Power, meaning I have a specific position to move the millennials, move the youth. And we're in partnership and conjunction with multiple different organizations all across the United States. So yes, it is an entire unit behind us. It's not just me out here saying, let me do it myself. No way possible that will happen. The only way you can embark change is if you have a combined change. And I want to say this too before we go, because I haven't spoken too much, but I want to say this. If we do not have the focus of the Most High in our mindset, Yahweh, whatever we wish you call it, I call him Yahweh, I call him the Almighty I Am. If he is not at the center of your mission and of your goal, you're moving on autopilot. You're moving in a way that will not have any true guidance or direction. And that's the issue with a lot of our youth as of right now. We're emotionally unstable. We're charged up and have no place to put that rage, no place to put that anger, and we have no type of identity. So right now, what we're calling for emotional.
Real quick, officer, we still got about 10, 15 minutes before I let you go. So tell us about the so-called leadership. Do you reckon we've seen you moving around with the Black Panther Party, the new Black Panther Party? They've been doing amazing. Shout out to Sister Janae and all these great warriors over there. So do you reckon the community leaders are stepping up now to the plate?
Yes, so the leaders are stepping up in various different ways. The leaders are stepping up in various different ways, and they're doing different things that will cause them to actually be in position for change strategically.
Yes, can you hear me? Brother Elijah, are you there? Okay. So before we let's go back to Jamaica. Brother Michael, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. Go back to Jamaica real quick. So tell us about the legacy of Marcus Garvey, because at this time, our great ancestor, he preached that we must need to rise up, reconnect with ourselves, just so we can then have connection with the continent. So do you reckon it is about time to start implementing the legacy of our great Marcus Garvey?
Well, it's a long past time. We should have been doing it a long time ago, not just because of what is happening in the world right now. But in order to get us to the place of economic self-sufficiency, to get us to a place of revaluation, a place of empowerment, black empowerment. And when people hear you say black empowerment, they tend to think that you're talking about violence. But black empowerment is an answer to the hegemony that has proliferated throughout the entire world, where black people are being dominated by consent. After years of conditioning, we have become so used to being second class, third class, fourth class citizens. And it's the same question that Marcus Garvey asked from ages ago. Why are black people at the bottom of the barrel? Why? Where's my country? Where's my land? Where are my gods? Where are my religion? Where's my economy? And so those questions have never stopped being asked. Recently, we're having a thing, and everybody is saying, "I can't breathe." We should be saying, "I still can't breathe." The shackles that were on our necks, the things that were placed on our mouth so that we could not eat while working and we could not move. We had to stay in the same place until everything, until our so-called masters came to reclaim our time. So we still can't breathe, and it's time to start breathing and doing away with that type of system. And the only way we will do that is when we talk about what Marcus Garvey said, which is educate yourself. We must educate ourselves, and the education must not be along the lines of what we have consistently been taught, but what we must now teach ourselves, and we must move in the direction of black unity, black pride, economic self-sufficiency. But first, we have to do some research. We have to look back and look 400 years back and 600 years back. Who were we to decide who we are, as opposed to trying to sift our identity from the number of situations that we are facing now? This is not who we are, and this does not define who we are. We need to reclaim our identity from history. We need to think of Hannibal. We need to think of all of those great men and women who are icons in the world, and sometimes we don't even know, we don't recognize them as black. We don't know that the first university in the world was in a black space in Timbuktu. We hear about Timbuktu now, and in Jamaica, people say, "Oh, it feels like it's a backward place." We're not thinking about all of the good and the greatness that have come from black people, black women, black men. We are powerful people, and we need to reclaim that space in the world.
Wow. So go to Brother Barrow. I know you're being pounding on Pan-Africanism, pounding on Pan-Africanism, because we kind of are seeing brothers and sisters now are really awakening. They're waking up to the point that so many of our brothers and sisters in the United States, in UK, in different parts of the world is now considering going back to the continent. Do you reckon this connection has to be happen on the physical standpoint now? Because as much as we know, we got great brothers and sisters in the UK, in the United States, they're talking about Africa based on the books, based on the experience they've seen on the TV. But do you reckon the physical connection has to be hand in hand with the spiritual connection? What is your take on it, brother?
You're right. That's the way forward. Because it's like when you are sitting behind, because with you in Africa, we don't feel their pain. We don't have the empathy for them because we don't feel it. We don't see it happening in our presence. So what happened is that I encourage my brothers and sisters who comes, instead of, I say it is, instead of them coming somewhere to party, when they come to the continent, they should deal with the educational aspect of it. Go to schools, organize people, organize the youth, talk to them about what they are going through, what they are facing in the West. Because Africans in Africa, we have to start feeling their pain to be able to have their sympathy for them, because as I told you earlier, people see them as a making money machine, and it's supposed to. So we need a whole lot of movement across within Africa, the US, the UK, wherever we find black people. So I want to come back to the continent. Those who visit, they should take it upon themselves educationalists, talk to people, organize youth, set up groups. Now we can do conference just like we are doing all over the world. It doesn't have to be like we have to come back to Africa, because if they are waiting for Africans in Africa to start a revolution, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. So, when they come back here, They should put us in a group. They should talk to people, educate people about what the situation they are going through, the needs and the importance of Africans actually coming together because the Chinese are taking over Africa. You have to come back home and invest. Not as Marcus Garvey said, not every African is actually useful. Not every black is useful in Africa anyway. But those who are willing to come back home, to come and bring their knowledge, what they've learned, whether educationally, mindset, skills, everything. Because right now, the reality in Africa towards them is just a few people. It's really sad. When it comes to our brothers and sisters, you get it. So they have to spark that revolution back home for to lift that torch. That's going to what? Set the liberation forward, force for able to be liberated. I was asking, why should it take an African American, what's it called, 16 years to get a Ghanaian citizenship? That's bullshit. It doesn't make any sense. No, this has to change because when you come back, you have to feel you're at peace at home. This is your home. This is where you come from. So it's a whole. That's what the brother said. It's about education. The education has to start from somewhere, and we have to start education by talking to people, by going to schools and stuff. We are doing so, but it's not on a large scale. But some of us are actually putting in our effort to make sure that this education actually starts, especially with the younger generation coming up, because they are the future. Our leaders are dying out. They told the soul of the continent. So it's up to us to actually reclaim the African continent so that when our brothers and sisters come back home, they'll feel safe and being part of the system. They'll be able to liberate the whole continent of Africa. Wow. So that's the way forward.
Wow. So brothers and sisters, as you can see the show, we're going to be posting the show everywhere, YouTube, Facebook, and all these social network as well as you can see, we're live on our platform, Radio Diamond TV. That's what it's about. It's about really asking the question to the world and respectfully create this platform of dialogue. So internationally. So Brother Elijah. Sure. Okay, so now I want you to ask you this question, and then I want you to give me the answer. If you agree or disagree, I'm going through all your four. So Brother Michael, are you on? All right? Are you still on?
Yes, I'm on.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna be start with the Queen first, because last week with the Queen. Then I'm going to to brother in Ghana. Then I'm going to brother in Jamaica. Then Brother Elijah gonna close up. All right?
Yes, sir.
Then the Queen. Oh no. Then after you, the Queen will close up with a beautiful poem. She's got a beautiful poem for us. She's gonna close up. So we're gonna start with the Queen first. All right? So the question we're asking you, the question we're asking to the family worldwide. The question we're asking to the family worldwide is this one here. Where's the question? So just to make sure I've got the question right. There we go. So the question we're asking to the family worldwide is simple. Give me back my camera. Make sure everything's okay. Okay, good. So the question we're asking is this one that you can see in your screen. The young African / black people between the age of 18 to 40 are the last hope. Let me make sure put it here properly. Let me put it here properly. So yes, I'll cut up the radio, but it's no problem. So the young African / black people between the age of 18 to 40 are the last hope to correct the mistakes of our misleaders in our African communities worldwide and in our continent. Do you agree or disagree, and why? Go ahead. Queen JACKLINE first. Do you get the message?
Yeah, I got the message, Brother Alpha.
Okay, go ahead.
I believe it starts from before the age of 18. It starts from when our children are literally in our wombs, as I said before, because we need to install identity into them from very young. So when they are 18, they are ready to. Oh God, what's going on?
We can hear you. That's fine. We can hear you.
So they are ready for to go out there and know who they are, and don't have to always feel like they have to fit in, but they know their self-belonging already at the age of 18, and nobody can manipulate their mind, nobody can take away their life, because they are they don't know who they are. So it starts from earlier than 18, but the youths are the last result for them to rebuild their Africa, their home. They are, because they've got the tools, they're educated, they are hungry for their identity. They are tired of not belonging anymore. So the youths are the last result. Our leaders are letting us down, but the youths want answers. The youths want to explore. They are curious about who they are, most importantly. So I believe with the right tools, with education, with the right guidance, the youths can rebuild their home, their motherland, and they can know where they belong and they can find their identity. The youths are our last result for Africa.
Wow, wow, wow. So go to Ghana. So same question to you. Same question to you, my brother. Before we go to Jamaica, go to Ghana. So do you reckon the youth are is our last hope to correct the mistakes of all these misleaders in our communities worldwide and in the continent? Do you reckon the youth had a last hope? Do you agree or disagree?
Yes, I agree. Just what the sister said, you have to start from an early age. And let me take you through this. Africans in Africa, we have to research our educational system back home. Because the educational system we have here was actually set up by those colonial masters, and there are no more. So education, we are too westernized because of the kind of educational system we have here. So we need a whole research of our educational system back in Africa to be able to impact that prideness, the self-reliance, self-awareness as Africans in Africa, as students. Else we end up being like our leaders today. So it's all started with education, the kind of educational system we have here. It needs a whole revolution to be restructured and everything. So the African-centered revolution, education that will make us feel proud, our identity, stop buying the KFC and all the foreign stuff. And patronize our own African and start seeing ourselves as Africans first. Because right now, going to KFC to buy pizza is like welcome to the White House from Africa. We don't respect everything African because of the kind of educational system we have. So just as she said, we have to start from an early age, before they get into the age of 18 and above, before they'll be able to take out their stand and defend Africa and build Africa like the way it's supposed to be. So that's the way forward. The youth are the future, but we have to make sure that we impact the knowledge in them at the early age.
Wow. Go to Jamaica real quick. We got a couple more minutes. Go to Jamaica. Same question to you. Do you reckon the youth is our last hope, my brother, to correct the mistakes of our misleaders?
Absolutely not. I disagree. I think that our hope, I won't even call it our last hope. Our hope is in the birth of consciousness, and that consciousness can be birthed in anybody at any age, at any point in time. If a Nelson Mandela at 70 or a Nelson Mandela at 55 or a Nelson Mandela at 3, doesn't matter to me. Somebody with that consciousness of a Garvey or a Mandela or anybody who can understand that we are spiritual beings having this physical experience. And in this experience, everybody has a right to life, love, liberty. Everybody has a right to be treated in a certain way, or the human rights are important. And anybody who has been wronged must get reparatory justice, whether black, white, Chinese, it doesn't matter. And so what I believe is that anybody who can come alive. If somebody is 75 right now and something is born in them and they said, let me pave a way for the world to see how this thing really should be, then let us follow that person. And if the movement starts with people between the age of 50 and 80, doesn't matter to me. The right movement must get support. That is just how I see it. So wherever the consciousness is birthed, that is where we must move towards. It doesn't matter. The age doesn't matter to me.
Wow. So go to the United States. Same question to you, brother. Do you reckon the youth our last hope to correct the mistakes of our mistakes? Because they be making a lot of mistakes. We got to be honest. They be making a lot of mistakes. Do you reckon the youth has a lot to say to correct it, brother Elijah, in Washington D.C.?
This current youth is our last stage of opportunity to survive, period. You know, we're in the time of revelations. Let's be completely transparent and honest with the truth going on. You see how the world is in chaos. It's not even just about black, brown, whatever color you are. It's about the right to live. It's about righteousness. It's about justice. It is about love and the ability to love thy neighbor. So many of our people are being infringed upon with their rights and living in an unjust world that this last generation is sick and tired of it. So once you implant that mindset of knowing yourself, having knowledge of the way the world actually works, the way the spirituality works, the way Yahweh intended us to live peacefully on this planet, then the generation that we're currently raising will be the radical ones to implement that. They're the last hope, because there is no generation after them. Can't be. The way the world is so destructive, I believe this is the last generation. So it's time for that last generation to prepare us for the new world that we're entering in.
Wow, wow. So I want our king to prepare the poem about unity. Unity poem, a poem. I want you to prepare. But before, when you get ready, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, good. So I want everybody to send a quick message. We got a minute. So let's start with our king in Jamaica. A last message to the entire family worldwide, my brother, the youth and the leaders. Last quick message. You got a minute, my brother, in Jamaica.
We are the ones who can make the change. It doesn't matter where we are, where we're coming from. We must find a way to educate ourselves and rise up in our own consciousness and start small. Even one step. Start with one person. Start with yourself. Take one step. Let's ensure that the person who is standing next to you does not kneel on somebody's neck. Ensure that the person who is in front of you is not talking down other black people. Ensure that you are not talking down black people. Ensure that you listen out for those words of wisdom coming from people who are uplifting and being high-minded about things that are good about us and our race and our world. Because it is not just about us as black people now stepping forward and getting our rights, but also us stepping forward as leaders to take the world into the next millennium.
Wow, wow, girl. Go to Ghana real quick. Last message. You got about a minute, my brother. Last message to the entire African family, youth, the elders. Last message to the entire family worldwide, my brother, real quick.
Yeah, let's see ourselves as humanists first. You know, be there for each other, support each other from injustice, economically, you know, health, everything. Support each other and see ourselves as one big black family, no matter where you find yourself. Because with the collective voice, you'll be able to command the respect and the love and justice that we need as black people worldwide. Give thanks.
Wow, wow. Brother Elijah, I know you're busy out there planning march and mobilizing our brothers and sisters. What can we do in your mindset? Obviously, we are here in the UK. We got brothers and sisters in Jamaica tuning in, listening to the show. Brothers in Ghana, in Angola, in Congo. What can we do to emphasize your movement over there, my brother? What can we do real quick, Brother Elijah?
At this point in time, it's time for us to make a joyful noise under the Most High. Meaning, it's time for us to celebrate because the victory is already won. All this stuff has been prophesied long before any of us existed. So that means the war has already been spoken of and the victory is already won. It's time for us to unite under the Most High God and know that not all your skin folk is your kinfolk, because some people are working actively for the enemy. So use your spirit of discernment to see who's working with you and who's working against you and act accordingly. Team up like what we're doing right now and realize that the victory is already won. So just play your part, do your role, and fulfill your purpose.
A message to Donald Trump. A message to him. Donald Trump. Message to him, brother. Brother Elijah.
A message to Donald Trump. Bro, this is my message to Donald Trump. Brother, you just playing your part, dude. It's two wings of the same bird. So, you know, you're a puppet just like everybody else. even though I will say Donald Trump has went against the grain in multiple ways, holistically, he's part of the same mission. So I'm not mad at you for the shit that you say. I'm not mad because you're doing what you're supposed to do. But just know the hand of righteousness is going to reach down on your life when this is all over. When this is all said and done, the hand of righteousness is going to reach down and yoke you up. So you just better be prepared for the things that you set into motion. That goes for every president, not just Donald Trump. This goes for Obama. This goes for both of the Bushes. This goes for Clinton. This goes to JFK. This goes for every president that existed. It's not just for Donald Trump.
Wow.
The hand of righteousness is strong.
Wow. In our behalf here, my brother Elijah, our condolences to the entire brother George family, and then with you, my brothers over there, we send our regards, our positive energy. So wherever you do, we're standing behind you. Kings and queens over there, keep it up, keep the fight, my brothers. Whatever you need me, you know I'm here always to support the movement. But in our behalf, we just want to give you that word of encouragement, word of love, of warriorness, and that's what you have on you, brother. Keep it up. Send my beautiful love to the entire Black Panther Party movement, to yourself, to Sister Janae, to absolutely everybody out there, my brother.
Yes, I received that.
And then we're gonna be closing with this beautiful poem out there, with this amazing young queen, right here from UK to the Tanzania. We're ready. Hold on. Let's make sure. Brother Michael, are you there, right?
Yes, sir.
So
I'm here.
Yeah, I don't know if you might not gonna be able to hear the sister, but what we're gonna be doing is, soon as this show finish, we're gonna be sending you the link just so you can watch everything.
Well, thank you very much.
But one more time, my brother, keep it up the fight. We're definitely gonna have you again to really break it down. What can we emphasize in terms of connecting with our brothers and sisters in Jamaica? I know we're having a great warriors over there, but we cannot talking about African liberation without mentioning Jamaica. So
all right, thank you.
Keep it up the fight, my brother.
All right, respect.
Right. So, Queen Jacqueline, the floor is yours. So I just want to make sure everything is totally quiet. Everybody quiet. Brother Barra, can you mute your mic if possible? Okay, great. If you can't, just stay quiet then. So we're going to let the Queen give us this beautiful poem to close up about unity. Hold on a second. I want to speak as loud as possible, Queen, and the floor is yours.
Individually, we are like one drop, but in unity, together, we are like an ocean. So let us swim in line together with complete freedom, but one mindset. And with every stroke, leading to complete depth of everything. Development and capabilities to build the entire community. With one vision, as individually, we are like one drop, but in unity, together, we are like an ocean.
Wow. Can we ask you to close up with the youth poem, if possible?
Of course.
Okay, so she's going to close up with the youth, because she got a 2 poem ready for us. So can you close up with the youth? The floor is yours.
Youth comes, but only comes once in a lifetime. And it is then that we shape the state of your mind. Oh, how I wish I could go back, because youth was the best time to dream and hope. Through everything that will get you through storms and rainy days. My voice to only shower your soil, enough to water your seeds, strengthening your roots, grow in light. And if we get this right, once in a lifetime, once is enough.
Wow. Any contacts, just so people can get in touch with you real quick?
Yes. So if you, at the moment with everything that's going on, I want any youths who I know that we are all going through traumatic experiences from what we've seen on that video of Brother George Floyd. So I want the youth to contact me. I'm here to encourage you, motivate you, and I want you to share your feelings and of how this has affected you. And you can get through to me on Facebook at Jacqueline Waziri, or on my email at jacquelinewaziri@outlook.com.
Wow. Brother Barrow, same thing. I know you're a designer. I know you're doing amazing stuff over there in Ghana.
Yeah.
Any contact? How can the family get in touch with you, my brother?
I'm kind of off social media now because of the research I'm doing. But I can have my page on Facebook, Jihad Clothing, on Instagram, Jihad Clothing, Twitter, Jihad Clothing. And I have a personal Facebook account using NARO because I'm doing research on indigenous African print across Africa. So I'm kind of off social media for now. Yeah.
Wow. So in our behalf, I really want to thank you for giving us the bless to be in this show today, and then take the message to the entire family is really about us. It's about unity. I know we're going through difficult, very tough time, but it is about us. It's about embrace ourselves. It's about unity. It's about love. It's about us coming together as a family to stand in solidarity with one another. Because right now, our brothers in the United States are going through this situation. So we must need to show some love. We must need to tell them that we are together. We own this. The spirit of Ubuntu must need to reflect not only spiritually but physically. So that is why in our on behalf of Radio Diamond, on behalf of myself, I want to tell you, brothers, kings and queens in the United States, we are with you 100%. So peace and blessings one more time, Alpha Kuabo. So I want you to tune in, and then obviously we must need to keep emphasizing that what's happened with Brother George is a human rights violation, and we must need to condemn. We must need to pressurize our African leaders to condemn.
Sure.
We must need to pressurize the African leaders to stand up, because right now our African brothers and sisters in the United States are getting attacked by the white power structure. Let me say it to you again. The white power structure. White power structure that aims to kill our people worldwide. It ain't about the white people, the white individuals, because we know there's some good white folks out there, but we're talking about the white power structure that we must need to dismantle. Peace and blessings, Alpha Kuabo, and we totally out, in love, and we talk to you soon. So we're gonna be sending you the pre-recorded show. Everybody can have it, and we're gonna be promoting to the family worldwide. But one more time, thank you for the brother Michael in Jamaica, brother Barrow, NARO BAWA in Ghana, land of great Kwame Nkrumah, and then shout out to our beautiful queen, JACKLINE, from Tanzania, land of the great Julius Nyerere, and obviously shout out to my brother Elijah, our young soul warrior, brother Elijah, right there in the land of Malcolm X.
Yes.
Honor, brother.
Peace and blessings, and then I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Brother Alpha. Blessings your way.